rest of my life, rest of my life, rest of my life, rest of my, forever. Yeah, this is my job for the rest of my life, the rest of my life. This is the job for the rest of my life, the rest of my life. This is my job for the rest of my life, the rest of my life. This is the job for the rest of my, telling the truth, rest of my life, loving the most high, all of my life, rest of my life, rest of my life, rest of my life, yeah. I'm standing my ground. The truth is the weapon. Please don't Malcolm X me. They shunning the message and killing the messenger. All over words. It must be the truth that I'm telling. These devils offended. You call it they trash. Don't buy up the shit that they selling. They label you bad. God know what leads to the flags. Know what they hide. Know that my homeland ain't where I reside. Hey, who am I kid? I'm speaking to ears that never do listen. You gotta be talking them digits. Helping the children. Principal mission. I am a pediatrician. I'm done with this story. Get it, this story. Brother, I'm doing my story. Cause we are the people. I'd rather be better, never that equal. The feelings is mutual. Ain't speaking no evil. Examine your leader. Not doing religion. I'm open with politics. Calling me so controversial. They say I'm too raw, but spit is so eloquent. Like I've been spitting in curses. Their business is personal. Won't charge you for food. Won't do what a church do. I do what a nurse do. I call on a doctor and wait on my number. Forever I'm humble. I live with my shame. Let me die with some honor. 100. This is my job for the rest of my life. The rest of my life. This is the job for the rest of my life. The rest of my life. This is my job for the rest of my life. The rest of my life. This is the job for the rest of my, telling the truth. Rest of my life. Loving the most high. All of my life. Rest of my life. Rest of my life. Rest of my life. Rest of my life.
Shalom, 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 y'all. Shalom. It's Michael Israel. That is beloved Daoud. Rest of my life. That's one of my jams. This is gonna be a very good show. It's like, man, I'm sure people wonder how I come up with this. This literally popped in my head, or on my spirit about 15 minutes ago, maybe max, to do this. And I think it's going to be a blessing to a lot of brothers out there and sisters too. It's going to show an integral piece that's probably missing in a lot of brothers out there. And it'll be a blessing to sisters also, because it's just how to overcome certain fears and stuff like that, become aware of them and all that. All right. Let me get all my devices up and going here. And shalom to y'all. It's good to see everybody coming in. But yeah, what I'm going to be talking about here is how I overcame a spirit of fear in a lot of areas that was on me. And hopefully my testimony will be a blessing to others out there. Okay? Because what you're going to find as I go through this topic, this is an area a lot of brothers and sisters, they struggle in it. And because they struggle, they don't realize the ramifications of having a spirit of fear. And I would even move to say this: a lot of people might not even realize they're operating under the spirit of fear. And so we're going to go through all that. I'm just setting something up here. You know, I'm the video engineer on here also, so I'm just seeing if I can make this title set up here a little better, which I think I can. All right, but yeah, you are encouraged to definitely, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, I'm gonna even open up the call-in line. I'm gonna set that up too, and I'll definitely be checking the comments. Yeah, so yeah, we haven't set a date for the continuation of the Dry Bones Rising tour, but when we do, you could guarantee that you know, I'll get the word out like I do. So yeah, but absolutely. Somebody said, I believe the spirit of fear comes from the doctrine of eternal hellfire and don't know the character of Yah. What are your thoughts? No, and when I'm talking about the spirit of fear, I see a lot of men that are not bold. Okay, and maybe I should have clarified in the title, but what I see out there is a lot of men who fear certain types of social interactions. Okay, and what I would even move to say is it's a lot of men, and I'm saying this because I was one of them. I feared certain types of social interaction, certain types of confrontation. I just thought I was raised to believe that it was natural to just avoid certain types of confrontational situations, dealing with stuff, bringing stuff to people. If it was going to cause conflict and a disagreement or something like that, just avoid it. Okay, and in this society, that because people always hear me say, this feminized society, I realize, hey, I need to articulate why I be saying that all the time, and it's because you're raised in a way to feel like any type of conflict is evil and sin. And what backs that up is the fact that this society, brainwashes you into thinking like uncomfortable feelings are a sin. That's like the subliminal programming. And that programming is a female type of programming. You know what I'm saying? Whereas when you begin to get around real men, it's raw. Like they don't care about your feelings. It's just, and there's freedom in that. Once you get comfortable being around real dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I'm in a unique position because I went from one to another. I was raised in a home. My father is a real man. He's still alive. I still talk to my pops. He's a real dude, And then, but I was raised around a mother, and she's a good mother, but it wasn't that proper balance wasn't totally there. So I had a lot to learn. I mean, I once I moved out my house, I was out there treating all women like perfect princesses, and I was just, it was just a sad, frustrating time until I got all this stuff figured out and understood. A lot of men, their issues and their relationships with women and all this stuff can be tied back to this type of mindset, okay? Because mine was. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. All right, let me, I'm going to get this phone line set up so y'all could call in if you want also. Let me see. Start. Y'all bear with. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm gonna get this number set up here on the screen. And if you have the Zoom, Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to try it, though. If you have the Zoom app, I think I may even have, we're going to see. I'm going to test it out. But yeah, I'm going to get this number set up here. I'll get it up here on the screen for you. And I want to say if you have the Zoom app, you could just call in. Or you might even be able to call in on your regular phone also. So we'll see. But yeah, you know, this is a plague out there among our men, and it's biblical. You know, the Bible says, "Children are your oppressors, and your women rule over you." You know, you got to. You're not gonna come in and take over a house unless, what does it say? You bind a strong man. So, a lot of men, yeah, their house is physically protected, but a lot of men, they're operating under a spirit of fear, under a feminine spirit. They're not being true masculine men in the sense. And like me, for instance, I didn't know that I didn't know what being a man was. You know, you understand what I'm saying? It was like, and when I began to come to the realization that I don't even know what being a man is, and I got that understanding, I had to start looking. And the first place I knew it wasn't at was in the Christian church. So at the age of 26, I said, I'm done with church. 26, 27. I said, I'm done with this church thing. I was like, you know, there's no answers here. And I went in the world looking for it. You know what I'm saying? Now fast forward, I'm going to be honest with you. Now fast forward, here we are. All right, hold on. There we go. I'm putting the number in here. Call in. All right. So now fast forward, here I am. Y'all bear with me. Y'all know Michael Israel can't walk and chew bubblegum, so y'all just bear with me. I'm gonna get this number in here for y'all. Okay, but anyway, fast forward. Here I am now. I don't know how many years later. Y'all do the math. I am now 43 years old. As you could tell, I got my platinum highlights. You know what I'm saying? If you believe that. But here I am, and I've learned all this stuff. And what I realize is, you know, I've internalized it. It is who I am now. You know, I don't walk in the spirit of fear. I walk in the spirit of boldness. I count confrontation as like an opportunity. You know, it's a good thing. Like I ain't gonna say I look forward to confrontation, but it's just like breathing to me. You know, where I can remember back in the day, I avoided it at all costs. When I say confrontation, I'm talking about confrontation with myself, in my own mind. Confrontation, fear of looking at myself and what's going on up in my head, okay? So you could call in on Zoom, and you might even, I'm going to test it right now on my own phone. I might even be able to call you might even be able to call the show from a regular phone. Let me see. I'm not sure though. See. Let's see. All right, y'all bear with me. Let's see if this works. Nope, only on Zoom. So y'all can call in on Zoom. I'm a make this thing reflected, and then we'll press on. But yeah, so that spirit of fear is, and what it is the fear of discomfort. one of the big areas where fear will well up is fear of humiliation. Um, but it's like I've been embarrassed to such a level at times where, all right, there we go. Call in on, there we go, Zoom. Okay, so you could call in on the Zoom app. And I want to encourage you to call in. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, all you got to do is download that Zoom app on whatever device you're using and just put that number in there. And it should work. Hey, Coy, if you could call in and let's test that, see if that thing's working. Okay? But yeah, so that having that spirit of boldness and like I said, we're gonna go into the little minute detailed way of how to walk in a spirit of boldness and overcome this Ahab spirit, the spirit of fear, okay? And what to do when you encounter that thing firsthand, how to get it off you, okay? We're gonna go into all this, all right? And because man, y'all just bear with me, man. All right. Start my meeting up again. There we go. All right. Okay, there we go. We're back in there. All right. So yeah. So we're gonna go into all that. So that there's no gray areas, and you know where you need to have the fight at. Okay. So let me get in the comments. Let me see what y'all saying in the comments here. And then all right. So it looks like y'all good there. Yep. That's the Zoom number. But let me I would say, and like I said, I've dealt with a lot of people, I guess, in their marriages, and this is for years, just really, anytime somebody's going through a divorce or there's some type of situation going on with a marriage and all this stuff, and folks getting ready to break up and or anything relational dealing with women, because you've heard me say it before, relationships are a barometer to what's going on inside you. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing. So like I said, you can, when you got stuff going on in your relationship, people who are balanced and got they're walking in a biblical masculine role, and the woman's walking, the closer you walk to your biblically ordained role, okay, that's the best way of saying it, as a man and as a woman, the better the relationship goes. There's literally, if somebody's like, oh, we just don't love each other anymore, somebody says some stuff like that, they are not, it got to be both of them are not walking in their biblically ordained roles, all right? Particularly the man, okay? Because at the end of the day, and y'all know I say this all the time, and it's like, it's funny how none of the trolls are on here when I'm going in on men saying, oh, why are you always beating up on men? But because, see, they never hear when I say this stuff. As soon as I start correcting women, then it's a different story. But walking, at the end of the day, the responsibility lies on the man. Like a man has a great power to turn the situation around in his house just by his behavior, okay? On a huge level. And when I say the man has great power to sway the whole situation in his house, it's not by walking around being a macho boy dictator. Okay, understand that, because that's a lot of people. Somebody said they trolling me now. Yeah, a lot of men kind of sway into the macho boy dictator, and they think that's what I mean when they have a lot of power to sway what goes on in their house, but that's not the case. Now, hey, look, sometimes, you know, like you're not gonna get a woman in order power checking her like, woman, shut up, blah, and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But on the same note, you don't let no woman run over you. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I feel you, Byron. Yeah, you're not gonna let a woman run over you, but that's not how you get your house in order. That's not what I mean. When I say a man has a ton of power to get things in order, it's just by the way these women function is they're sensitive. What do I mean when they're sensitive? Man, they can pick up on any and everything. A woman can instinctually detect a real man from a fake. They wired up, man. They got hypersenses compared to us. They like super women or something. You know, they got spidey senses. They got superhero senses when it comes to picking up on things. That's how they Most High wired them up. They have to be sensitive to the needs of a family that can't always communicate what the needs are. Like they have to be sensitive to a baby who can't communicate. Okay? So Most High wired them up to be sensitive. Okay? So they can detect whether you are a man or not. Real talk. So look. So when you walk around with a spirit of boldness, you go up to, you I'm gonna give you an example to make it simpler, okay? You got one dude who be like, hey baby, so and so said they're having a conference. You think we should go? Can we go? See, treating her like mommy. Or like me, I'd be like, hey, they having a conference on the 18th, so you need to get all your stuff together. Let me know what you're going to need, because you're going to be driving and blah, 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 and make sure you put in for your time off. And they be like, on the surface, they're like, oh, who the hell do you think he is? But on the inside, they're getting the naughty tingles. You see what I'm saying? Because you walking in the spirit of boldness. You're not treating her like mommy. You treating her like wifey. You see what I'm saying? So, and it's literally, and look, they ain't gonna like this, but you got two types of men literally, and I just gotta make it plain. You got men who treat their wife like a mother, which is a total turn off, and it makes the woman, you know, and then you got men who treat their woman like a daughter, okay? And that's what keeps them attracted. You know, they lead them, they cover them, they protect them, they provide for them, okay? So when I talk about the direction, or I talk about the affection, direction, correction thing, I talk about, look, the man being able to have the direction and wisdom. Like women pick up on all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Willing to correct her and all this stuff. But most dudes are scared and non-confrontational, and they don't want to deal with that. They don't want to smash into that thing head on. But for me, back in the day, as I began to overcome the spirit of fear, and like I said, we're getting ready to get into the meaty part now. As I began to overcome the spirit of fear in my life, I began to deal with all this stuff. I found ways of building a strong masculine mindset. And I'm going to tell you some of the stuff I did. I literally created a fearless, bold environment for myself. I got away from weak people. Okay? I stopped dealing with weak, emasculated, castrated men. Okay? That was the one thing. Movies. I would only watch bold, masculine movies. Now, this is, mind you, before I came into the truth. Okay? But I would only I wouldn't watch no soft, weak movies. I would watch a lot of Sopranos. I would watch, I forget what that one movie was. But there were certain movies, watch stuff like Braveheart, just masculine movies where men would function and deal with women from a masculine way. Now, mind you, it was unhealthy masculine ways, but nonetheless, it was more beneficial than watching these simp movies and getting programmed that way. Like I said, I would not be around those scary, weak people. Hey, Koya, who's that? Okay. All right. I guess I don't like people knocking on my door. Had to pull out one of these rounds on. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, I don't like scary, weak. I separated myself from all that. Okay, one of the biggest things, and to a certain extent, even now, music was a big one, because that music will put you in a state. So I began listening. Now at the time, I was listening to Bucktown, Boot Camp Click, Smith and Wesson, and all that stuff like that. Buckshot Shorty, all that, like hardcore masculine warfare music. I would not. I total, and to this day, I can't stand R&B music. R&B music is literally, if you listen to the lyrics in these songs, is some of the is literally pushing feminized men. Okay. So yeah. So let me see what you said here, Brother Byron. You said it seems that women either flock to manliness or steer clear of it. Easy way to discern it that I've seen. Yeah. Look. Okay. I'm going to answer Brother Byron's statement. That was a good statement. Well, let me continue. I'm going to just continue with my, because I'm going to continue with my, what happened, and I'm going to fill in what you just said and give you a witness on that. But literally what I did is created a masculine environment and this was like for months. Okay, it only took, and it didn't take long. It took maybe 4 months or something of just the only thing. Now, mind you, and I'm gonna show you how to do this in the truth, but I did this in the world. Okay, all I was doing, all I was taking in, all I was studying was true. Well, not true, but masculine stuff. And I was getting this weak spirit off me. I was challenged was a big thing. One of the things I was scared of was just walking up to people holding conversations. One of the places fear comes out the most, and one of the things we do that requires the largest use of our mental capability is communication, particularly social communication, with and highly and particularly is with people you don't know, because you got to feel them out and see where they're coming from. You're not just listening to what they say, you're watching body language, you're listening to voice inflection. There's a lot going on coming in, and then you got to communicate going out. So that's one of the most intense situations where who a person is truly comes out. Who you're talking to comes out, and who you are comes out. And you can feel it. So if a person's wrestling with a spirit of fear, whatever's going on, when you begin getting in public communication, it all begins to come out. So when you begin to deal with women, and like I said, who are highly sensitive, they can hear more. They can perceive more through what they're hearing and through what they're seeing. Why? The Most High got them wired up so that they can know if they're dealing with a real dude. And that's why I be telling people a woman is a barometer to how much of a man you're being. This is real talk. So anyway, for months, I immersed myself in an environment of masculinity. Like I said, only movies I would watch were masculine movies. Only music I was listening to was masculine music. At my job, I would just I started gravitating to the men that were bold and stuff, and no matter, you understand? And I just immersed, and then I began to see the change in me. You see what I'm saying? I chose my programming, okay? I would challenge myself. I would walk out. I would just purposely, like y'all have heard me say this before. I would, the way I started out, when I go to the supermarket or gas station, I make sure I say, "Hey, how you doing?" to the cashier. They say they pay them to be friendly to you. Then I'd step it up. I'd try to have a little conversation with the cashier. Then I move on, and in my day-to-day life, if somebody walk by me, I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Make eye contact. "Hey, how you doing?" Eye contact's a big thing. All this stuff. I grew it, and mind you, I'm in the world, but I grew that into when I would go out, I'd have a small conversation with people. Then I grew that into, now mind you, when I go out to lounges and bars and hotels and stuff, if I talk to women, it moved into, hey, and I was doing this and working it, but I was in this, and the stuff I was studying about, hey, becoming more outgoing, how to deal with women, this, that, and the other, it was the information I was studying was telling me, hey, you should be rolling. But I noticed I wasn't rolling. Like, I really wasn't meeting the women I thought I was going to meet. And I couldn't figure out why until one day I went up to New York City to visit a friend, and we went out to a lounge in New York, and I was doing this up there, and within 20 minutes of being at the hotel lounge bar, whatever we were at, people thought I was a celebrity because of all the women that were around me and all this. And without going into, too much detail, because later that month, the military, I went to Nellis Air Force Base, which is in Las Vegas, and our plane, when our plane landed, the nose landing gear broke. So we didn't have to work for 2 weeks in Vegas. So literally for 2 straight weeks in Vegas, I was Yeah, and I found out why they called it Sin City, truly. But what it showed me was, oh, the reason I ain't been meeting all these people is because I've been in Middle Georgia. You know, I went to a big city and I was like, whoa, like, and I'm telling you, people thought I was a celebrity. You think I'm playing it? I met MC Hammer out there, and he was asking who I was. Y'all think it's a lie? You know, that's why I said I wouldn't even go into all the stories because y'all think, I was playing around. But what happened is one of the biggest fears a lot of people don't realize or one of the biggest areas social issues or fear manifests. One of the biggest places fear manifests is in social interactions. Okay? Because you feel like people see you, and to a certain extent they do, So all the nervous tics and all that because there's stuff going on there. That's why a lot of people stage fright and all that. You got all that stuff, and women pick up on it, but that's one of the biggest areas that you will see a spirit of fear manifests. And again, or a lack of boldness. They don't have a spirit of boldness, or or they have a feminized spirit. They let women dominate them. A lot of times it manifests it. Not always, but that's an important area. Why? Because moving into that, because I've seen men who, hey, they're bold. They don't mind. They're out there, on a social situation. But sometimes it also transitions to, okay, the man is not afraid of social situations, but he's afraid of standing up to women. But a lot of times men who are afraid of social situations are also afraid to stand up to women because it's so hard for them to meet women because they're afraid of stuff socially that when they do get one, they're so clingy that they comply and they think, in order to keep her, I'm going to comply with everything they say. So they're wired up that way. So kind of going into what the brother said earlier there, what the brother was saying there is, these women, it's like women only gravitate. All right. What literally, if you want to boil down what attraction is, women are attracted to masculinity. Women, literally, attraction is leadership. What do I mean leadership? Like when a woman sees leadership and in a man, and what do I mean when I say leadership? I mean he's on his path. He's doing what he needs, and he's not worshiping the woman. Women, the Bible says the man was not made for the woman. The woman was made for the man. So when you're a man and you're on your path, whatever it is, women are going to be attracted to that. And why do I say whatever it is? You see these men, I'm about this money, and they're about getting that money. And a woman is a distant second at best to that. Man, them women going to flock to that dude. But when you are the bootlicker, when you put women on a pedestal and you comply with them and you treat her like mommy, it's a turnoff because the Most High at the deepest instinctual level has wired up in us to know that the woman is not, the man is not made for the woman. The woman's made for the man. That's wired into men and women alike. That's why dudes who put women on pedestals like that and be licking they daggone boots, like they just are and for lack of, I ain't got the best vocabulary in the world, but they just don't feel good about themselves at the end of the day. Like deep down, they got a nasty feeling inside about themselves, and you can see it on them a lot of times. They got dodgy eye contact, and yeah, I'm a woman worshiping bootlicker, and all that stuff, and it manifests in their social situations, stuff like that. Okay, so. All right. Let me check my phone. Make sure, see if anybody's called in. But yeah, so this is real talk, and bringing that back, like a lot of times when you see on Spiritual Combat where I'm calling out these aggressively these bootlicking ministries, and I'm just low key banging on certain ministries and on what they teach. This is why, because I know how corrosive it is to the foundation that's set up in the book. Okay? I know it. I know it's like you can't be teaching. That's why I look at Pastor Dow. All praises to Elder Rufus. He just left out here. It was a blessing with him and his wife out here in Jacksonville and just fellowshipping with him while he was down here. But these people are real bold men. They're not afraid of confrontation. It's like you just look the dude in the eyes and just talk to the man. There ain't no scariness in them, no discomfort in them. They real bold men. So it's like that core, because this core thing of a spirit of boldness has to be seen, because people explaining it to you, it pales in comparison to experiencing it. Watching a man deal with his wife, watching, just being around a real dude. It's like I talk about being around Brother Gideon. Brother Gideon didn't come from being like most of these dudes come from being a simp and a weak dude. He came from the other extreme. He was too real. Okay? And I told Brother Gideon, it's like, man, being around you, bro, it's like a breath of fresh air. Like you just free. Like you feel the freedom on him of expressing himself. And it's like a lot of these simp dudes, to them it's evil. Like, what's wrong with him? Yeah, it's like, they don't get it. Now, mind you, Gideon came from the other extreme. He's done a lot of work to bring himself where he needs to be. But for a lot of these simps, these people like Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, Brother Gideon, and a lot of other brothers in Straightway are good people for them to be around so they can see that masculinity. And I'm telling you, hey, just keeping it 100, walking in biblical masculinity, letting your junk swing and make them panties drop. Like a lot of dudes, she won't hug me. She won't even let me touch her. Yeah, dude, you're wearing a pink shirt, dude. It's like you got her panties on though. Maybe that's why women like men. And I'm going to just keep on the Zoom app I called Zoom. Really? This phone want to do an update right in the middle of my life. All right. The Zoom app I called Zoom Cloud Meeting. Yeah, you could call. Brother, who is it? Amir Carter. Yeah, go ahead and call in. Because I'd like to see if this thing is working. I just want to know if this thing's working. I'm pretty sure it is. So yeah, you could, I'd love for somebody to call in and let me know if this thing works. And I'm going to read through all these comments y'all done put in here. But yeah, it's like, so how do you walk in that spirit of boldness? The first part is just creating a masculine environment. The second thing is you got to begin to go through fears. Like I said, some of the fears I went through, I started talking to people. Just slowly chipping away at it. Some people have walked in fear for so long, they have a spirit of fear on them now. It has occupied them and they need deliverance from it. But if you get deliverance from that spirit, you can't go back to hanging around weak, feminized dudes and listening to Luther Vandross and all these weak songs. You gotta fortify that thing, and like I be saying, get that girly spirit off you. Like, immerse yourself in a masculine environment. Listen to teachings like this. Be around real dudes, you know, and you don't even have to make yourself pick it up. You will automatically, no matter whatever is going in here and here, you're gonna begin to do. See, people don't realize that. The only thing you have conscious control of is what goes in here and here. Your mind is going to do it regardless. So that's why I tell a lot of people got a girly environment around them, a weak-ass, soft, fearful environment built around them. I'm gonna be 100, man. A lot of y'all dudes, man, was so benefit from just going to go find a boxing gym in your neighborhood and go down there. That, man, so many y'all would benefit from that so much. And just me saying that, a lot of y'all like, and it punched that weakness off you. I mean, think about all the levels that's going to challenge you at, you know? I'm telling you, man, this is real talk. And when I seen the weakness on me, I was like, man, I was pushing the limit all the time till, and mind you, I was out in the world till it got to the point, man, I'm walking up the tables, 8 women just sitting there, walking up to them, boom, and they all into me because they see the spirit of boldness. They never seen it before. They getting the naughty tingles, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, they don't care what you look like or what you're wearing, because the spirit of being like real men there's a deficit on them. What's the word? Y'all know what I mean. They're scarce. They're scarce. To the point now where what I do now, I go above and beyond not to even talk to women. Just so there ain't no confusion, nothing happens, you know. But I'm talking to the men. Because the men got to man up. And everybody think I got some type of agenda with these, the way I be dealing with some of these ministries. But these ministries are just a bad example. They got weak ass men. They got big mouth women up there. Oh, they so-called speaking all this holy stuff. But you're a bad example. Man, Elder Rufus's wife, Jennifer, I mean, just her, without her even saying anything, just the way she operating, like it's just huge changes I could see. Just, the most powerful thing is the example. You know what I'm saying? Is the fruits, is the actions. That's the most powerful thing. Okay? All right. So yeah, but now women flock to masculinity. Like literally, like, man, like people, initially I would show masculinity as game, but people wouldn't even think it's game. You know, I wouldn't say no pickup lines. I just talk. We just talk. Wouldn't push. Wouldn't say, hey girl, let me get your number. Hey girl, you dropped something. What? This conversation. Let's pick it up right here. You know, I wouldn't do pickup lines, nothing like that. I just walk up to them. Hey, what's going on? It's like, hey, what's this about? Blah, blah, blah. Boom, 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 boom. And they just see the masculinity, no fear, no nervous twitching, no nothing. They're like, you know, and then try to walk off and then try to attack you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, real talk. But most of y'all ain't bold, and these a lot of these, and I'm gonna tie it into how we can do this in the truth. Okay, but a lot of this, what's being taught out here, what these feminized ministries out here teaching are literally exactly opposite of that. But when you look in the book, it's setting you up to walk in what I just said. Okay? All right, let me read some of y'all comments. All right, it works. Brother Amir, did you have anything to say? I see you don't have your mic up yet, though. You got to hit that mic button. But I'm going to bring you in to see, make sure it works if you want. If I see your hand go up or your mic button pop up there, I'll bring you on. So that's awesome. It works. All right. Somebody put, today's women, especially programming, they're pushing women want simp. Now, so that's good. I'm glad you put that in there. Society because I'm gonna prove what I'm talking about here. This is good. So society, hey, shalom, brother. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, shalom, Amir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Did you have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah. I just wanted to call in to say I appreciate and love the content, man. I'm a young brother into the space. I'm 19 years old.
Wow.
So it's just cool to hear people talk about this topic.
Oh, yeah.
And bless it.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, man. That's a blessing, man. And you're at 19, so yeah, man. This is the time to get understanding on this.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. If you got any, if you have any questions, just because I'm gonna leave you in there. Just mute your mic. If you got any questions, just chime in. All right.
All right. I got you, brother.
All right.
All right.
So yeah, so like I was saying, she's talking about, because a lot of people are like, man, these women, they want simps. What society does is program these women into being dominant. Okay, now I'm telling you now again, I'm just giving my testimony of how I overcame the spirit of fear. I learned all this, okay, in the world though. And at the time, I was just, I ain't a lot out there, being a player, trying to be a player. But the easiest women to get were these so-called, you call them the independent black women. They were the easiest ones. Because what I do with them, you meet them, and immediately, it's a power thing. They try to subjugate you and turn you, Ahab you. And when I would come along, I knew how to banter and go back with them. I come up to them and they say something bold. Say, you gonna buy me a drink? Like, no. I just wanted to come up to you because I'd be like, man, I thought you looked real good in my kitchen cooking me a meal. Boy, it be on and popping right there. They be like, I wouldn't cook nothing for you. I'm like, yes, you would. I was like, I have you in a dress, and I'd make you grow a afro, and I'd just be telling them all this stuff they gonna do. And I ain't gonna go into it too much, but it totally, like, the simp, what I'm saying totally flies in their face. Like that, your weak beta man, a weak man, this, like, oh, you can't say stuff like that to a woman. And to the woman, it's like, she immediately get into naughty tingles. And I say something like that and like, so you gonna buy my drink? And she's like, no, I don't buy them. All right. Well, let me know when you ready to get in that kitchen and cook me this meal, because you're gonna make, and just walk off. And like clockwork, they'd be following me around, watching me, all that. And I ain't gonna go into any more what happened with that, because that was unhealthy. I'm gonna tell you why, because and I knew ways to get these alpha independent women, but you don't want to be in a relationship with a woman like that. So these aren't the women you want. You want a quiet, shamefaced woman. But I'm just answering this person's questions who said it seems that women either flock to manless or steer clear of them. And then somebody else said today's women, especially they're pushing women want simps. Trust me, when you approach them with what I said and hit that thing that is that deep wiring in them, where the Most High wired them up, that instinctual programming that the Most High wired them up, and you don't play it. Because what they do is try to push you into that simp role. But when you walk in your powerful masculinity, whoo, panties to the floor. That's out in the world. Now, mind you, this is what I was doing prior to coming into the truth. Luckily, most high willing, I was not most high willing, because I was being led by the Most High. I did not do that for very long, and I was not that successful in that, because if I was, I would have ended up probably killing myself, getting, who knows what would have happened. I would have married some monster, whatever. So the Most High had me in that for a quick season, and then he brought me into this truth. And when he brought me back into the Word, I began reading the Word, and I began seeing all the stuff that I had learned was right there in the book, but it was in there on a whole nother higher level, a whole nother healthier level of doing it. Okay? So understand that. So don't, but that's real talk. So yeah, a lot of men, what happens, they run into a woman, oh, I don't like this. Oh, I don't like that. And they let her dictate that. And then when they, like my man Kabir said, when they capitulate and acquiesce under those commands, the woman shuts up. And, the man thinks she's satisfied, but deep inside she's turned off. She's like, this nigga weak. Like, damn, he just let me run over him like that. But to the man, he's like, oh, I'm doing what she said. And then they hear Michael Israel over here, let your balls swing, man up. And I'm showing videos of balls clanking, and it don't register them. He's just evil and wild and vile. And bootlicker ministries over there, see these Hebrews? They're telling you to abuse women. And they don't get it. So now I'm breaking it down to the nano level, so where you can get this thing and the dynamic that I'm talking about. And I'm really breaking it down to a real simple level, because then now I can read certain Bible scriptures and you can see, man, the Most High is setting me up to walk in this thing. Like you see what I'm saying? He got, literally, when you begin walking in this and your wife calling you master or calling you Lord, and she's subjugating herself, and you begin to walk in this, it begins to embolden your spirit as a man. What the world does is teaches these women to tear you down as a man, and these men, and they teach the man to let her tear you down. This is in the Hebrew Israelite. A lot of these assemblies and ministries out here, they do the same thing. They encourage the woman to tear you down as a man. They got women in front of you as a model. Like the model and the example that the woman's giving off just in her presentation and her example is a big mouth, loud mouth, bold, conflictive woman. And that's a bad look. That's why Koya ain't getting online, running her mouth, calling men out, starting trouble, typing all these big mouth posts, attacking people with this, that, and other. No. She gonna post stuff about herbs and little godly sweet stuff. Cause I be damned, she ain't gonna be like these other women out here and be that example and continue doing the damage that's already on our men and women out here. It ain't going down. And I'm gonna be that dude. I'm gonna be that example of this is how men behave. These other ministries ain't doing that. They just catering to women for filthy lucre's sake. I got a problem with it. I'm gonna start getting clips off their videos and running play-by-play. It's gonna be like an NFL football game where they draw all that stuff. I'm like, okay, see, this is the simp statement right here. I'm gonna draw a circle around it. And I'm gonna point this thing out. Because it's sad. So this is what I'm talking about. All right, so somebody put, Jezebel don't want no man like Yahusha or any of the real patriarchs, and Jezebel's spirit running rampant globally. Yeah, but what our men need to realize, because you can't sit there and say, Jezebel, she got a Jezebel. Dude, I stump a Jezebel out with a King David, spirit of boldness. I stump a Nabal spirit out. A bold spirit, it trumps all of it. Hands down. Even in, like, and like I said, I know this, I walk in this because I've seen it firsthand, even on the bad side when, okay. Go ahead, brother, unmute your phone, Amir, go ahead, bring it out.
Hello, I just had a quick question.
Go ahead.
Do you think men are going to man up, or men are basically going to turn into housewives at this point?
Okay.
That's where it seems like it's turning into.
Right. All right. So yeah, I answer that. He asked, do I think men are gonna man up? Certain ones are, certain ones aren't. But the Most High is raising up. I could say it here in Jackson, in Straightway, Florida. I am over Straightway, Florida, here in Jacksonville, Florida. We went from 8 people to 16 people to 40 people to 60 people yesterday. All right. And there is absolutely a thirst for answers of true masculinity. It's widespread. So there's a thirst for it. You got a lot of men. Like I said, I had in the past couple months, a ton of dudes just scatter like roaches. You see what I'm saying? But it, like how to pass a Dow and other roofers, they say the Most High subtracts to add and divides to multiply. And it's like we got 60-something odd people. Like we getting ready to build a building to accommodate what's getting ready to come. So on what the brother said, yeah. The sheep hear his voice. There's people out here, and I see it in the comments and in the emails. They're like, man, this is what I've been looking for. Like with Pastor Dow, a lot of these men are attracted to Pastor Dow because there's it's a desert out there when it comes to masculinity. Everybody trying to slide feminism in every damn thing. It's like even in this Hebrew walk where people know the Bible so good and they still got women up there running their big ass mouths. That's the worst thing they could be doing. Women need to be on there showing the other women how to respect and love their husbands and shut the hell up. But I'm evil when I say that. But I'm showing you what the dynamic is. See, what these ministries out here don't realize they're doing is they're fertilizing the Ahab spirit. They're watering the Jezebel spirit. They're showing men, they're showing the women how to continue to subjugate their men below them. They're not emboldening their men to be leaders and warriors and encouraging their men to be men. Why aren't any of these women or any of these ministries doing lessons on how to encourage your man to be a man? You don't see it because it's an agenda, and they want your money, and they want you, I'm telling you, they want to spiritually castrate you. But spiritual combat is so evil. Pastor Dow is but yet, you don't see all these issues in straight, man. You don't see a bunch of marriage issues. If you do, they get dealt with. All right, let's see what you got. Somebody put they run when they see you, not the regular street dude. That's about his business. Yeah, when let me tell you, when a Jezebel, and I'm telling you from real world, when I was out there, I was dealing with like alpha women. Like some of these women, they could buy me, they was doing it. And they had never, and some of them would tell you, I've never met anybody like this. They blew their mind. All the men they would meet, hey girl, can I do this? They come kneeling before her feet. Here. Oh, great goddess. And then I come along and let her know you're gonna serve me. That's basically what the sub communication was, and it would blow their mind, and it would it would actually activate attraction in them that they had never experienced before, and it defied all logic. I had people sit around and watch me do what I did, and it blew their mind. They're like, "What the hell is going on? Did you put something in her drink?" Like they could not get it. Okay? But it is that simple. It's that biblical. If you act like a man, you're going to attract woman. And you ain't got to worry about nothing else. All right. Sister Lena said, confidence is attractive to real women. Look, even and fake women. All right, here go another story. When I was a DJ, all right, this is before I came into truth. To let you know. So when I was a DJ, I DJ at this lounge at the beach. And like I said, I went into the DJ thing so I could get more social, okay? I built my whole life around developing my personality and being more social, all right? Because it's that important. Anyway, I was a DJ, all right? And I would DJ out at the beach, at this lounge, okay, at this hotel. And I would show up early. Well, I showed up there early, and they were having before I would go on, this lesbian group would meet there, okay? And one of the women were there. She came over, and she started talking to me. I started doing this, using the stuff on her, doing what I do, being a man, talking to her. And I could, after, because I had been doing it for a while, so I could see when they was, really beginning to, get into it. And I could tell she was feeling what I was saying. And then she started telling me, I'm a lesbian. She told me 3 or 4 times. I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, I don't care, And what she was doing was telling herself that. Because she was like wondering where all these emotions were coming up from. Is that real? Is that basic? Is that simple? It's literally like what I'm saying, and I'm just telling you real world examples. But you look in the book, and when you look at the masculine role in the Bible, the Most High, when you look at how he tells you to deal with the woman and how he tells a woman to deal with the man, the Most High has literally set up all the framework, so there's literally no wiggle room from you to walking in a spirit of boldness. when you diligently adhere to what the book says as a woman, you're going to encourage that man to be a man. When you're a big mouth woman and you nagging your man and you doing all this stuff, going against what the book says, you're tearing that man down and you're hindering him into growing into a man. Period, point blank. That's why I don't like these other ministries, because they don't push that. I watch one of these ministries, one of these assemblies, sit there and go through damn near all the verses where it says, the head of a man is a woman and all this stuff, and they going into the Hebrew, and this word head is made up of these two words, and the letter in this word means servant. So see, it says, the man is servant to the woman. It's like twisting everything to be gay for her, make you weak. And I got a problem with that. And I'm telling you, moving forward, I start seeing it. I'm telling you, I'm going to just clip the video out and put it right here on Spiritual Combat. I'm going to put up their channel and everything so you know who's teaching it. And I'm going to kill it with the book. Because it's sad. It's destroying our people. These people are serving Satan and don't even know. It's sad. And I don't like it. Because I'm telling you, I struggled with that spirit for years. All right, let's see what y'all say. A strong man wants a strong woman. A strong woman will follow a strong man, not by control, but through the power. So let's I'm gonna tell you what a strong woman is, and I'm gonna tell you what a strong woman is not. A weak woman is a woman running her big mouth trying to dominate a man and a strong woman is a woman who can restrain herself and control her emotions and shut the hell up and stay off social media acting like a big mouth monster. Like you see a lot of these women on social media, like typing in all caps and always posting stuff and coming at men and all. Them is weak, emotionally controlled women who are clearly weak as hell. They can't follow the script. They cannot subjugate themselves to their husband. They're weak. And that's majority of the women out here. And most of them is single. Or or if they're not single, you go look at their husband's Facebook page and he wearing guy liner and he looked like a woman. You could tell. It ain't hard to discern. People think they be hiding. You can see right where it is. Like once you done walk this thing out, you can see these people coming from a mile away. Sister that I add to that independent but struggling through life financially, emotionally. Yeah, these women is messed up. They some of the weakest women. These women who try to portray that independent, strong black woman thing be the most wrecked, destroyed women they are. It said black women, the new face of mental illness. Yeah. The independent black woman. These women be crazy. All right. Did anyone read the story about the black Jews say they're not? All right. We're not talking about that. My ex-husband is married to a controlling woman. Well, he's getting what he deserved. Yeah, let's see. All right. So let's see. I'm going to go check over here and then Mikael Gabar. My man. Shalom, I see you on there. Shalom, Brother Tyrone, Brother Dennis. No, I did not say all praises to Pastor Dow, man. But what you got to look at, what I did say about him is Pastor Dow is Elder Rufus. Myself and a lot of the other people in Straightway are good examples of masculinity that we need. A lot of these people wonder why they're struggling in their marriages and in their relationships. And these ministries are telling them everything else but what's right in front of them. And a lot of what I'm seeing in the Hebrew community, these dudes come against me. They come against Pastor Dow. They come against all these other people who exemplify true masculinity right there in front of them. But these people are deceived because they don't realize they've been brainwashed by this culture into femininity. And their pride will stop them from admitting that, hey, I've been feminized, even in this Hebrew walk. It's widespread, brother. All right. Go ahead, Brother Amir. Bring it out. What you got?
I was just going to say, how do you feel about, there's certain men out here who believe, like, since there's no femininity in America, I'm just going to go to some other country, whether it's like Europe, Africa, or whatever, to find a feminine woman. How do you feel about that?
Okay. All right. Let me get. All right. So what the brother asks is, people, you got men out here. They're so fed up with what's going on here in America and everything like that, that they're going to other nations, other countries. A lot of times, you got men. They will get a white woman or a woman of another race because a lot of black women are just disastrous, and so that's what he was asking. Again, I would tell people to in straight way. Everybody wants to be emotional and say what they think they're seeing on some videos on social media, but nobody to date. A lot of these naysayers, they done just ran off in their emotions. Nobody wants to really get in and do the grimy work. Nobody actually wants to get in and do the masculine work of not bearing false witness, but just go see for yourself. Oh, they know already. They know that they know, but they don't know. And that's why their lives will continue to be a disaster. So, answering what the brother said, what brothers need to do is get in a real ministry that deals with the men and the women biblically, and challenges the men and the women to walk in their biblical roles according to what the book says. Not some twist of the scripture. Just let the book talk. You ain't got to put a bunch of Hebrew, Greek, what a prefix of this word is, and all this crap. What does the book say? It's clear. And see if that's why I be telling people, watch the footwork. Because then what's going to happen, you're going to get in that ministry, and you're going to get you a woman that is scriptural and biblical. It's ugly out there. It's dangerous out there now. All right. Even if you go in another country, because they're talking about this stuff spreading everywhere. That's why everybody got a problem with, why you keep promoting straight way and pass it down? Because show me somebody else doing it. Ain't nobody else doing it. Every time I ask people, like, show me scripturally where this was off. Show me scripturally where that was off. Tell me what's off about him. Oh, y'all worshiping him. It's like we give him double honors. Like the book say. Like everybody's walking in their emotion. Nobody walking according to the book. So with that said, here's my answer to what a brother Amir said. What I would tell these brothers out here who really want a godly, set apart woman that's going to be a blessing as God intended women to be. Not a curse like most of these women are. Y'all, I would move them to get in the straight way. Go visit straight way. Like all these naysayers that done scattered like roaches will not go. They're going to bear false witness. They're going to feel false witness. They will not get boots on the ground and go see for themselves. And a lot of these people, man, they got histories of making bad decisions. Their life, when you look at their lives, is just a result of all these bad decisions they done made. And this is just another one, okay? But I'm going to make righteous biblical decisions. And nobody, like, I keep the phone, I keep it live, I keep it real. People could call in and put me on the spot and whatever, and I'm going to keep it real 100. Yeah, because I know, you see what I'm saying? I'm a transparent, real dude. The way you see me on here is the way I talk to my kids, is the way I talk to my wife, is the way I deal with the brothers and sisters around me, the way I think, what I say. Like, if you met me in person, it'd be just like you watching this show. It's the exact same. You can't say that for these other people out here. All right? It's crazy, man. So, like I said, the brother said, Shalom, bro, did you just say all praise to Pastor Dow? I'm not worshiping Pastor Dow. If I misspoke earlier, whatever. The thing is, people are what I noticed, like Pastor Dow put up a video. The truth he was dropping in the video was so heavy, I uploaded it to YouTube, okay? Cause the truth he was dropping was so heavy in it, so I uploaded it there. The only thing these bootlickers could focus on is your shirt too tight, dude. Your life is a mess. But that's all these dudes see, man. They're not seeing through the fog. In the meantime, their marriage is jacked up. This is messed up. Everything's screwed up about them. And they can't figure out why they can't get it together. Because they're emotional men, dude. These dudes out here is sensitive. And they can't see it. Like DMX said, families not seeing through the fog. They can't see through this fog of girliness that's on them, man. They're not seeing through it. That's their pride. Hey, but for me and my house, hey, spiritual combat gonna keep it 100. Like I said, it don't get no more 100 than you could call in on Zoom right now and come at me however you feel led. Like, we keep it open. Any comment, I'm addressing them. This is live. You see what I'm saying? Right now, for all those people gonna watch it when it ain't. All right, so brother said, true that. I've only seen one place that's doing it, and that's Straightway. And people got such a problem when those bold challenges are issued out. Show me someplace. Everybody has said it. Show me where they're doing it, adhering to the script more. And even Pastor Dow said, and he will follow that. Well, why you keep talking about Pastor Dow? Bro, we don't even, the naysayers, we don't even know who the hell they are outside they naysaying posts. We don't even know who you are. You might be sitting in the Pentagon on a laptop. Working for the damn CIA. We don't know you. You ain't putting no fruit out. Are you helping anybody? It's not there, man. It doesn't exist. And people feel like these dudes are so in their emotions so hard that they're literally so furious right now that they won't even look at their life and be like, yo, my life is jacked up. It's like, this ain't in order. My relationship is jacked up here. This is jacked up here. All I do is post these videos about this, but I ain't doing jack. It's like, a lot of these Hebrews out here, they not having that moment. They just fully, they know. They know the white man's the devil and every white man is this. and Master Charlie is their damn grandfather if you went down their daggone family tree. So, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you can't make this stuff up. But we're going to keep it 100 over here. We're going to get men who want to be men and want to get their minds right and get delivered and get everything in order. We're going to do that thing. We're going to get them right. Folks going to see this footwork. And, dude, the trolls, you see, there's been a massive troll die-off over here at Spiritual Combat. You don't see nobody coming in sideways. Even when Elder Rufus was on here yesterday, that one lady tried to come on there talking sideways, and she got smacked in the head with so much truth. She said, I'm calling in now. I watched her name pop up, just like Brother Amir Carter's name pop up. And she said, I had a technical problem. I watched her name pop up, and then she hung up. Because, hey, look, we not playing, dude. We not playing. We coming straight down the middle with this. All right, so somebody put, men have an issue simply because he make men check themselves and they're women. Right. These dudes are scary, dude. They don't want to be challenged. They want to stay in their comfort zone. They life a disaster. They don't got their house in order. They should not even, most of these dudes should not even be making posts like they teachers. So somebody put, try what he's telling you and witness results. 100. But no, hey, like I said, man, hey, it's a further testimony to the fact that these dudes are not real men. Because, like, for me, like, if somebody was calling me out like this, and they had the Zoom number up there, the comments, I'd be right in there if I knew I was in the truth, if I was on it, but that's regarded in the Hebrew community now, that's regarded as evil. It's regarded as straight evil if you call somebody out by name, even though the book says to rebuke people. But when you name somebody or you say check somebody for being out of order and not lining up with the book, oh, the Hebrew community, why y'all always going back and forth? Why don't you just let him continue to be wicked and lead men astray and subvert whole houses and continue to let that man walk around with them pink panties on? That's how these folks is. Not up in here. I'm telling you, and I'm telling you, very soon, if I keep seeing what I'm seeing with these Hebrew groups out here, oh yeah, Spiritual Combat gonna get very interesting. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna call these dudes out by name, and I'm gonna pull video clips on what they said, and I'm gonna break down how backwards it is according to the script. We're gonna call them out. And they can fill out hurt feelings reports or whatever. All right? Oh, yeah. Hey, listen. Somebody put, this separation needs to take place. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be 100. At the end of the day, one of the key lines of division with this stuff is literally, and it's not a game, is men who worship women and their emotions and men who worship Yah. Period. Like, if you want to look at the separating factor going on in the Hebrew community, is that. And I can show you it in messages. I could pull clips out of messages from these other ministries out here and show you where these people are literally teaching people to worship their emotions and women, and where other ministries are teaching them to worship, teaching them to worship women, and where you got ministry teaching, hey, put the women and your emotions, put that a distant second, and let's put Yah first. That's what it all comes down to. It was from the very beginning in the garden, all that. That's what it comes down to. And it's at the core of why there's so much dysfunction in people's marriages, in their lives, while a lot of people are demonically possessed and oppressed, and that's it. You know, that's what it comes down to. So, all right, let me see. All right, but anyway, we out here at Florida Straightway. We getting ready to get started with our community day. We got cars we're gonna work on. You know, train the brothers up on that. The women gonna work on. They're gonna do some stuff with food. You know, so it's gonna be a blessing. Like I said, hey, y'all quiet down out there. So yeah, so there's a lot of we definitely trying to build and get stuff in order. But it's gonna be good, man. We're gonna keep coming down the middle, you know, and like I said, we're gonna subtract to add to this thing. Like I said, y'all see the turnover on spiritual combat. We done a whole bunch of fake folks that moved out, but then it's like threefold increase with serious-minded people, and we can't be playing around out here. You seen that message Pastor Dow put up earlier on Facebook, just talking about how they kidnapping these women left and right. All right, hold on. Go ahead, brother. Somebody just called in. Unmute your mic and say what you need. Go ahead. Hello? I see somebody just called in on the Zoom. Go ahead. You can speak. All right, hold on. Can you hear me? Whoever just called in, I'm going to let you talk. Go ahead. Up, they muted. There you go. We can hear you. Whoever. Hello. I think your phone might be breaking up a little. All right, so I'll let him. Let me see. I just told my wife as soon as we get that Dallas date, I'll be there with or without her. Hey, that's it. I mean, according to these other so-called Hebrew ministries, you're in sin. You know, you're not honoring her. You know, according to them. You know. All right, let's see what you put here. You put something here. All right, let's see. I am new with this. Okay, so you're trying to figure it out. All right. So, all right, somebody else put Pastor called it this, the dead season is in full swing. Shalom, bro. Many blessings to you and your family as well as Straightway Ministries, okay? All right. All praises. All right, so you put something else in the chat with us. All right. Can you talk? Because we're about to wrap this up. All right. But anyway, yeah, like we said, all right, let's see. Script is given my inspiration. I got, yep, profitable for doctrine, reproof. I'm going to go check over here on Facebook real quick. All right. So, yeah. All right. So, anyway, we got our little doggy sick, so we got a situation out there that I got to tend to. But, anyway, y'all, with that said, yeah, when we get that Dallas date, we're going to definitely put it out there. Can you hear me? All right. So anyway, here we go. With that said, y'all, I hope we're gonna continue to speak on this topic. We're gonna continue to go in on this because, like I said, a lot of people, even these so-called ministries, they're missing this key area, and it causes a lot of issues in marriages when you try to bend the framework what the Most High set up to get things in order, and that's what these people are doing. They try to twist certain scriptures, but what they don't realize is it don't line up with the 20 other scriptures backing it up when they try to twist it. So, but we're going to continue speaking on this topic. We're going to continue building and making, challenging people in these areas so that they can really walk in the fruits of this book. But anyway, with that said, y'all, I'm Michael Israel. We're going to take it out with what song? We're gonna take it out with Unrelated. All right. And I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. Shalom.
Yeah. Whew. My coach. Family. Yeah. For real. Whew. Yeah. How you gonna say we relate when we can never relate? How you gonna say we relate when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? How you gonna say we related when we can never relate? Who is my mother, my brother? They do the will of my father. I studied the law like a lawyer. Applying the law make it royal. The world is so overrated. I don't see what is the biggie. Everybody said they made it. Cut it, spit a couple pennies. Piece of who will give me plenty. Naked, he'll get a shit. You should learn how to look. Who the true, who the crook. If it's right, why you hiding? Who said be a lie? Death is lurking, but I'm driving. Had to switch on the price. Nobody's playing somebody's. Hey, what's really going on? A pure soul in this body. Couldn't fit it in a clone. They say my face is like a stone. Tell them all I mean business. Everybody say you're wrong before they ever take a list. If it's yours, I don't want it. I don't touch it unless I own it. You should get it by your who. All that other stuff is phony. Lost religion, found a coach. No explain, watch me do it. Watch the fire, it'll roast you. Grown man should've known it. How you gon' say we relate when we can never relate? How you gon' say we relate when we can never relate?